Beauty returns home to much forced jollity. I hate such rejoicing. Let's crash this party. Is she dreaming again? A rich fantasy life is a fine thing, but like money, difficult to manage. Make it nasty. Let's move.
So here we are, back in this village. A village we had turned dark. A village that has been turned clean since we last looked at it. I think we should fix this. Oh yes, yes indeed. For you see, no fireflies and no squirrels are going to stop that. Oh no. They think they can. Well, they are in for the rudest awakenings. Let me tell you. I'm going to burst their bubbles. It will be a painful one for them. One thought they could. I'll show them. I'll show them. As they start to fall apart. They had friends at one point. Now their minions are falling apart. Their allies tumbling away. Disappearing at the seams. Their friends the bugs are already gone. They've fallen apart and were converted. They expanded and contracted and eventually went boom. All to go away. A happy village. A happy village. A happy village indeed. He rode through the darkness, running in the speed of dark, laying waste to all in front of him. Like a diseased plague, none saw him come, until of course it was too late. Soon the carriages turned black, the houses turned to ruin, the fence posts turned white, and soon everything started showing its truer self. For this was a happy village. A happy village. A happy village indeed. The squirrels the little rats tried to hide, fix the village as they could. They couldn't bear to see such the sight. So clean as they did. Clean, 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 working ever so hard to the bone, until the darkness came again, sweeping ever encompassing. And slowly but surely came the little rats. They hid and fled, but to no avail, as darkness overcame, and one by one, the rats were silenced. None could stop the darkness that would come inexorably. It came and consumed. All shred of life was gone. But did anyone complain? No. For why should they? For this was a happy village. A happy village. A happy village indeed. The darkness crept forwards, forth more, staying just shy of the woman's of Beauty's bedroom door, until 3 sharp knocks came. Papa duck, duck, duck.
Into Never Never Land once again. Oh, let there be pirates!
And that was scene 7, and I will see you guys in the next scene. Yes.
Beauty dreams of the dying beast. I say let him pass and leave a desiccated corpse. Make it gross. Let's move!
And we return once more to more dreams. Only this time now of the mysterious prince that arrived in the dreams of Miss Beauty. What did they mean? What could they have meant? She could not know. She did not know. But the prince himself was not all it seemed, for it was not the prince of her dreams that she fell in love with. No, it was not the prince she saw in her dreams no more, but the beast. How could it be, she wondered and pondered. How could such a vile monster prevail in my thoughts? She thought, she wondered, she dreamed onwards, never knowing why.
Don't delay, but stomp away!
The lines between man and beast blurred more and more as Beauty dreamt, never finding the true answer she sought. Yet still she would ask, why? Why was the beast in my head? Where did my prince go? And why only a monster? Did I perhaps grow to love this thing? This beast that took me away? I who just became a prisoner because of that sack of shit father who sold me away for his own well-being? Such dark, morbid thoughts had played through her mind, and who but blame her? For she knew what she thought. It was after all her head. Who was to blame poor Beauty? Sold away only to have a life of unhappiness and misery. As the first statue fell,
Romp and stomp!
As she fell, she continued to dream, wondering more of her prince, trying desperately to seek him out, wanting him to appear, not wanting this foul beast in her dreams? Or was it foul? She could not know.
Rompin', stompin', butt kicking.
But how could it... But was it really foul, she wondered. Perhaps not. It made no sense to her, and it made no sense.
Now,
But she decided to ponder still as she dreamed, and wondered, pondered and dreamed. Until at last, a realization came to her. The beast was dying. She had to go. She had to return to his side.
Make it nasty.
She had to return to his side. Of course, it only made sense. After all, she was his prisoner. She loathed him, hated what he did, but at the same time, could not bring herself to fully hate her.
What have I detected now?
For you see, perhaps she really did love her. Perhaps she did. But it made no sense. Could she, a human, love such a creature?
Butt stomp it!
Could she truly love such a wretched monster? Yet she showed bore her no ill will half the time. Threatened as she felt, it was strange. The more she pondered about this beast, the more she began to realize. It seemed very much familiar. Like a dream almost, she pondered and wondered. Soon the thoughts of the prince that once assailed her dreams were gone, left only with the monster, the beast.
I thought that might wake her up.
And now for the final scene.
Beauty has an intrusive pang of conscience and decides to return before the beast dies. Bah! I already see where this is going, and I don't like it. Make it repulsive. Let's move.
Unfortunately, Grimm, you don't like it as much as I don't. But it is how the story ends, technically. Beauty saves the beast, pledges her love, sworn love to him, and in return he is freed from his enchantment, his curse, given a more human form, to which they are to spend the remains of their days happy ever after. Ugh. Such a contrived notion, with these damned birds in the way, ruining all in sight. So why don't we give the true colors to this wondrous kingdom of his? Castle befitting such a dead, cursed man, a soul twisted by enchantment to reveal the true reflection within, the monster that was only skin deep to whatever came about him, to regain the ire so foul, to be cast with such a most peculiar of enchantment. These birds, these damned avian fools, ruining my hard-earned work.
Stop it!
They'll know. Find out what happens. They dare get in the way. They try so hard to make everything impossible. But I wouldn't let them, no. Of course not. Because this is the final setting of the Beast and the Beauty. For them all to see. For them all to see. The wasteland that is. A wasteland that is happy. Happy indeed. But that is not. It is a lovely day. What a lovely day for a wedding. Wouldn't you say? So why don't we waken the groom and get this truly started?
She finds a prince hidden inside that beastly exterior. I think I liked him better before. Let's sour this before it becomes too sweet. Another wedding? Must there always be a wedding? Arg! Arg! Did I say arg? Aye, matey. We'll get the wedding. Let's set sail. Ahoy! Shiver me timbers. Walk the plank, you pig-legged prig. Hang 'em from the yardarm. Friggin' in the riggin'. Ahoy! I'm off like a bride's nightie. So much for weddings. Oh-ho-ho! Make it vile.
And yes, even though it could end with a wedding, we're not going to let it be so. That happiness is only befitting of such putrid nature. So let us instead make it as vile as humanly possible. Make it dark, brew it bleak, to make it grim, you can say. They think they can control us. They can be able to control the wedding as they please. But in the end, it doesn't matter at all. It truly matters not. For I have probably messed up. Oh, I have messed up, I feel.
Hey, matey! Nightmare ahoy!
Or I could still get gold and not be worried. But with that said, this concludes the tale of Beauty and the Beast. I have been your mad host, and with that, I leave you all in the hands of Grimm. Take care, everyone. Take care.
Deprived of its proud status by deliciously malevolent acts of nature and men, Beauty and her family end up more than whole. Only someone with a well-developed sense of irony would welcome the family's precipitous descent into permanent poverty and deprivation.
Ooh, well, at least we got each other.
That lot of good that will do us. Can I eat you, drink you, read you, wear you on my back? I'll have to ride the pig to church. Even the cat burned down.
And my fleet's destroyed. Damn you, pirates! We might as well be dead! Dead! Father's skills at the bank or tavern count for nothing. Totally useless in the elements. He suspects the snow creatures are business rivals dressed in ermine. As long as they confine their depredations to underage workers, it's none of my affair. Perhaps I'll just crouch by the nearest tree and die. Fear of being consumed by ravenous wolves moved him toward a castle. A more sentient being would recognize this bizarre and unnatural abode as sinister and pass it by. That was some very nice blood sausage, a bit runny. And the head cheese was tolerable. Perhaps I'll have an orange, or 6. And I'll give this rose to Beauty, if she's washed my shirts and shoveled in the manure. Holy shite! What the hell happened to your face? I mean, don't kill me! Don't eat me! I'm too young to die! You are a fool and a thief and deserve to die on both counts. But if you bring me this child, Beauty, you may live to be a fool another day. That Beauty would take her father's place on the beast menu without a word of reproach or regret is simply incredible.
Great idea, Father. Beauty's young, probably quite tasty, has no children and no friends, really. Apparently worth a lot of gold.
I'd be a bit sorry to see her go. She makes a decent shepherd's pie.
I'm ready, Father, you mealy-mouthed coward, scoundrel and dumbass. A beast's company, even if short-lived, will be an improvement on this family. May you all contract plague and die horribly.
Now there's a woman I could get next to. So Beauty was delivered up to the ferocious beast. She was terrified, and with good reason.
I needed a change of underwear after I first met you. But you're not so dreadful for a grotesque man-eating beast. Still, I've been having a most vivid and peculiar dreams.
You've nothing to fear from me. You are my salvation in this wicked world.
And you're mine, evidently. Though they don't deserve it, my family may need my help. I laced their porridge with shards of broken glass when I left. Let me go. I shall return.
I'm not sure that will work for me.
You really don't have a choice. I'm already gone.
Turns out her family was mainly interested in how much beastly gold she could get her hands on before the creature had her for dessert. Oh, Beauty, you're back, alive. How droll. Did you bring anything good? Gold? Eh? What?
No, brother. I didn't see the need. I thought you'd have expired from stomach problems by now. Pity. I had terrible distress in the lower tract for days, but I finally excreted it.
Me too. I couldn't keep anything down, and there was blood in my stool.
Oh, joy! Thank you, Father. I wasn't a total failure.
Her useless family musings notwithstanding, recurring nightmares eventually pointed her in a different direction.
I've got to go back to the beast. Call me crazy. I can't do any more here.
Thinking she'd lost all claims to the pleasures of the castle, Beauty was frantic. Fortunately, the beast had left some zombie elixir nearby, and she revived him on the spot. Not a minute too soon, I was beginning to stink.
You are rank, but I've smelled worse. I did my father's laundry.
Let's get married.
Why not? I doubt you could do better than me. Put this over your head.
Well, it's not my story after all. Don't blame me for the wedding, but it was a seemly affair. Same species and all, and her family, surely looking for another windfall of gold and movable goods, wasn't even invited. They were sold to the pirates. Serves them right. When enchantment's in the mix, it's sometimes hard to know where one's sympathies sit. Things worked out well for the prince, certainly, but I've always wondered if Beauty was a bit disappointed that she never spent a night with her beast. May all our stories end so well. Until next time.